Hey guys, so just to review what we talked about a couple days ago with writing and kind of our grammar, is that the word is or are or be can be a verb because it's talking about how something is happening or is the way that it is. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at was and were, all right? And these verbs tell us about the past, so things that have already happened. We're going to use the word was with a noun that only names one thing, and they use the word were with something that names more than one. For example, this chick was small. Okay, one chick means that we're going to use the word was. Were and was mean the same thing, but you use one when you're talking about one object and were when you're talking about multiple objects. Okay, so here they're talking about both chicks, so more than one, we're going to use were. We would not say both chicks was small. Those would not work out because chicks and was do not go together. Okay, so was is for one thing, were is for multiple. All right, so let's practice. The goat blank hopping. The goat were hopping or the goat was hopping? Was, because there's one goat, so we're going to use was. So the goat was hopping. The cows were grazing or the cows was grazing? Again, there's two cows or multiple cows, so we're going to use were. The cows were grazing. All right. The horse were in the barn, or the horse was in the barn. We're going to use was on that one. The hens were pecking at the ground. There's more than one hen, so we're going to use were. The pigs were muddy. The pigs, multiple, were muddy. Okay, so again, was and were are verbs, and depending on if there's multiple objects or just one, depends on which one we're using. All right. Hold on, making sure I have the one that I would like. Okay, perfect. This last slide, when you write, be sure you have used the correct form of the word be. The verb changes depending on whether it describes a noun that names one or more than one. This blue side would be the correct form. We are at the farm. The farmer is glad to see us. Are would be, because we said we, so multiple people, the one farmer is glad to see us. We were at the farm. The farmer was glad to see us. Okay, so were and was would be a past version. Are and is currently. And again, they're matching depending on if there's more than one or not. This green side is not correct. So listen to how it kind of sounds funky. We is at the farm. No. The farmer are glad to see us. No, we mixed our two verbs, right? Is would be something singular. Are would be something where there's multiple. Farmer is just one, so this should say the farmer is glad to see us, which is what it says over here. The other not correct one says we was at the farm. The farmer were glad to see us. It just it doesn't flow as well, and maybe it sounds the same to you, but the more we practice it, you'll kind of notice the difference. Because to me, saying we is at the farm sounds very strange because I know it's not supposed to be that way. So we're going to keep practicing it and getting more familiar with that. All right. So just to review, the word is, are, was, were, and be are all verbs to talk about what something is and how the state of it is at that moment. All right. Was and were are from the past. Is, are, and be are right now, the present.